again, everybody. Today I'm going to be making a pasta dish, and it's slightly different than other pasta dishes because although this is the empty packet, you may recognise this. This was the barbecue pork kebabs. Now I'm going to pan down and then fix this. There you go. These kebabs came out of this packet, which you saw. I've done some stir fries with this kind of thing. Anyway, yeah, what it was, £4 down to £1, so I got 75% off. There's four of these kebabs. I used one of them earlier in a beef stir fry with vegetables, although I filmed it today. You'll probably see it in several days, but I've got 3 left, so I'm going to take them off the skewer and I'm going to cut them up into little pieces. Now the next step is to I'm the water. I'm boiling the water is what I'm getting at. I'm boiling the water for the pasta. I'm frying the meat. Now what I want to do is I might have to turn the water down shortly. I'm gonna cook the meat. And then when that's done, throw in the pasta. Now when I throw in the pasta, that's going to take about 10 minutes to boil. And then what I do, I'm going to put in a jar of Co-op chili con carne. Now you've seen this before. It's slightly on the warm side, but I had a jar of it, you know. So that's what I'm doing now. Browning off the meat, ready for the pasta to go in. Okay, I've been frying up the meat. The meat is pretty much done where I want it to be, in brown-wise, or cooked-wise. Right, pasta goes in. I'm going to re-bring that to the boil. Bring that to the boil again, and then turn it down for it to simmer. That's the barbecue beef on the skewer. As you can see, nice and brown. I mean, you know, it's not to the brown that I want it to be. I want it to be darker, but I'm going to drain off the fat, and then I'm just going to put the sauce in to just to simmer away for 10 minutes or so. Okay, the water is boiling again, so I'm going to turn the water down to 8 out of 12, and then there you go. I've taken all the oil out of the frying pan. There you are. So the next job is to, in fact, just give the water give the water a stir. Get the pasta moving around. Okay. Now, and then just throw in the chili con carne, and then let it simmer. I'm going to put that on 6. The meat and the pasta. Just let it simmer away, nice and gently. No big hurry. Okay. I'm going to put that empty that jar in there. Now, what I'm going to do also, I'm going to put a little bit of water in with the meat and the sauce, mainly because as you know, I've explained a few times on some of the videos, all this water vapour that comes up when it's been cooking is taking water out of the sauce, and then it'll start to get real thick, and you know, you want it to be fairly loose. There we go. And if need be, you can always add some more. All right, but it's just to keep the sauce thin. Okay. I've been simmering the meat and the sauce away for the last 10 minutes or so. The pasta is pretty much done. The way for those who don't know, the way you test the pasta is you take a bit of pasta with a spoon against the side of the pan and you press it. Actually, I'll do it over here so you can see it. You press it, and if it breaks in half easy, that means it's cooked. If there's a little bit of give, that means that it's not cooked enough. But if it's very soft and very easy to cut, just with a spoon against the side of the pan, then you know it's good. And then You can double check at that point, you know, by tasting a single piece. If it tastes like it's easy to cook, if it's cooked through and soft, then you know. If you're biting into it and it's still bloody crunchy, it's no good. Okay, so another one more, you know, less than a minute on that one, I think. And then the sauce is it's all good. It's starting to thicken up a little bit, which is not ideal. So I've got to be fairly quick. Okay. Okay, I've drained the pasta over the sink. I'm going to pour it into the pasta sauce, and then give it a good mix around so everything is covered in sauce. This is where it's handy that the sauce has still got some liquid in it, you know. If you overdo the sauce, it gets too thick because of all the moisture coming out of it. And this is why, because if it's too thick, you can't cover all the pasta, and it's not good. All right, but there seems to be fairly okay. Just about made it with this dish. There's enough sauce to cover everything. There you go. Right, I'm going to do this without burning myself. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into a couple of bowls. What I'm going to do is eat one, and the other one I will wait until it cools down, put it into a bag, and then freeze it. And then another day, I'll just take it out, defrost it, microwave it up. It'll all be good. There you go. So the thing is, because I bought this meat on the day of expiry, and I froze it on the day, that means when I thawed it, I had to use it all up. It wasn't like I could store it in the fridge for a couple of days, so I had to cook it. And that's why there's so much meat in here. Because I had to use it up. Okay, so there you have it. There's two bowls, and so we'll see how it tastes in a moment. Okay, there you have it. Out of the two bowls, I'm going to eat the smallest one because I had some. Although it'll be different time schedule for you because you would have probably seen the video already. But for me, an hour or two ago, I had the beef stir fry with the same meat. So I'm going to eat the small one and save the big one till it cools down, and then freeze it. Providing this tastes good, so I haven't tasted it yet. So here we go. Oh. The paws there, flying around. There we go. Actually, you know, this is actually. I just had one spoonful just then. I like this. This is very good. It's of course it's beef, so because I'm used to putting chicken in the pasta, or sometimes I'll use sausages, and I've used sausages and bacon and whatnot. But barbecue beef kebabs is what these were. Took them off the skewer, cut them up into tiny bite-sized pieces. That's what it's all about. Just cut it up into very tiny pieces. Last thing you want to do is be cutting it up with a spoon as you're eating it. Get it all done beforehand. And this is a Co-op chili con carne, which I've had before, which is a little bit on the spicy side for me. It takes some, you know, it's not my ideal strength of spiciness, but I can eat it because, you know, it is good, and of course it's also a pound. It's 99p against £1.80 of the Uncle Ben's, which is why when you see me with an Uncle Ben's jar of stir fry, it's always when it's on special down to £1. But you know, the difference is £1.80, and you know it tastes perfectly fine, just as good. Well, you know, it tastes as fine, a little bit warmer than I'd like, but not going to try and handle. And this is a very, very nice, very tasty. You know, I don't think, you know, if I was going to be pigging out, if I was sort of like, you know, back in the training days, you know, I might well throw in a bag of rice on top of this just for the carbs. But as a regular meal, you can use it, you know. I used discounted pork kebabs, but any old scrap meat. Just remember, they don't have to be premium cuts either. Just go in, get the cheapest bit of pork, cheapest bit of beef, cheapest sausages, cheapest bacon, cheapest everything, because it's going to go in the sauce. So premium cuts would just be wasted because it's going to be covered by the spicy sauce. Yeah, you know. 3 of those kebab sticks. What's that? Those 4 sticks in there for £1 because on discounts. That's 75p. Say another 25 for the pasta because that's dead dirt cheap anyway, and £1 for the sauce. What's that? It's £2 I think. £2. Got 2 bowls of pasta. Alright, I'll leave it there, and as usual, please do the thing there, subscribe, buttons, thank you for watching.